What's going on, RT peoples? I am back with a brand new video, and in today's video I'm going to be rescaling Jack on just how fast and how powerful he really is with higher end arguments. I've already made a previous video going over his weapons and abilities, so be sure to check that out. So with all that being said, let's begin. Jack demonstrates that he has infinite speed because he scales above precursor robots that can travel across universal distances within moments. He also dodges metalheads when blitzing him, and they are so fast that they're even capable of traveling across the entire universe. And finally, Light and Dark Eco scales to all of his physical stats and his abilities. We see that Light Eco in the guides is infinitely fast. Jack becomes even faster, entering a higher speed tier known as Inaccessible Speed, which scales above Infinite Speed. Inaccessible Speed is no longer abiding by the rules of the temporal speed equation because time is no longer a factor. We see this with Light Jack, where he is able to move even when time has completely stopped. We also see he's able to move in alternate dimensions made up of Dark Eco, where space and time isn't present, just Dark Eco. We also had seen Jack move inside the time rift that had opened in Jak 2, where Core entered through. Core also has inaccessible speed, and Jack scales above him. If we re-look at Jack in the time rift, we see that he's still able to perceive what's happening around him. This event is known as time dilation, which refers to the seemingly odd fact that time passes at different rates for different observers depending on their relative motion or positions in a tear between realities, giving Jack immeasurable perception. Jack then finally peaks at having immeasurable speed, in which he scales above the precursors who predate time, space, and dimensions, for Eco was present at the dawn of creation and is what's used to power all of creation, so the speed in which the precursors used Eco to form creation would be immeasurable, which scales above inaccessible. In regards to Jack's power, we see that Samos and the other sages can easily destroy planets. These casual planet busters should scale anywhere from multi-planetary to large planetary. Jack also scales above precursor robots who can either create or destroy planets like nothing. Jack absorbs the power of the four sages and the power of the Dark Eco from within the silo, which slightly scales above the power of the four sages and enhances all of these different energy sources to its utmost limit, which should scale him to the star level ranges. We also see that Core had absorbed countless precursor stones throughout innumerable timelines, for he states he will finally consume the last precursor stone. That's wild because according to Samos, the power ignited from the stone will not only destroy the planet, but the destructive power will be incomprehensible and wiping out all life, which should include the solar system because the sun has traces of elements to the atomic level of the planet Jack resides on. That's not to say that the sun is alive, but it is what's used to sustain life on his planet. So how many precursor stones had Core consumed? We know the metalheads and the precursors were battling each other for eons, which means billions upon billions of years. So he spent that amount of time traveling back in time to alternate universes, consuming an innumerable amount of precursor stones. This puts Core from anywhere being Galaxy Plus to multi-galaxy level. In Jak 3, the precursors give Jack a massive power amp, overflowing him with so much power that it is incomprehensible, and that it can only truly be understood in one's dreams. This is wild considering the fact that Mar, the original Jack, utilized Eco for shields, weaponry, teleportation, and time travel into alternate realities, but even he would not be able to comprehend Jack's newly found power. Jack also scales above the precursor's ability to grant the power of evolution itself. Evolution in a power scaling sense for Jack is causality. Causality is the science of cause and effect. Things influence other things. That's a basic statement for any dynamic universe where things change, and things would be very dull if it weren't the case. Not that we'd exist to know about it without a cause. This puts Jack at Universal Plus. Things heat up with Skyheat, who was so powerful he manifested and weaponized alternate dimensions, which are described as universes with just a portion of the Eco Core's power. Jack scales above him as well. Finally, we see Jack is hyperversal given the fact that he obtained powers from the Elder Gods and scaled massively above the precursors that formed all of creation. Creation contains infinite universes and timelines bundled together in a multiverse, and the hyperverse, which is defined as a reality of a higher dimensional order than our own. The hyperverse differentiates concepts of this nature from the standard or complex multiverse definitions, and all of this is bound within creation that the precursors had formed and continue to power with Eco. So with all that being said, Jack scales to hyperversal with immeasurable speed. But can he beat Goku though? Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.